Hello, Joe here from Infiniti of Tacoma. Today I'm going to tell you about this lovely 2019 Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus that we have for sale. This one is a local 1 owner clean Carfax vehicle. It was recently traded in for a brand new Tesla. Since Tesla doesn't really sell used vehicles, they sell a few pre-owned Teslas here and there, but the majority of the vehicles they've taken in trade, including Teslas they've taken on trade, they put them up for wholesale. For dealerships with dealer licenses like us to buy and sell. We do really well with pre-owned Teslas. In fact, we have 11 pre-owned Teslas in stock at the time of making this video. We've had, I think, over 40 on our corporate account. So we're pretty familiar with Teslas. My job as a used car manager is to, not only do marketing and stuff like this, but also to buy vehicles for our inventory. And since I do like Teslas, I do have a tendency to buy them. I invested in Tesla back in 2014. I like to buy Tesla stock. I even bought some this year. I believe in the company very much. I think they're leaders in battery electric vehicles. I think Tesla makes the best battery electric vehicles in the market. And reason being is that they were really the first to mass produce battery electric vehicles back in the 2010, 2012 when the Model S first came out and we had the Tesla Roadster. Electric cars were really not that popular. But Tesla was ahead of the curve, and now they're paying in dividends because they were investing in research and development on batteries and efficiency long before everyone else has. And, everyone else to play catch up. You have a 100-meter dash, everyone else is at the 1-yard line, and Tesla's already at the 99-yard line. I guess a 100-yard dash instead of meter line. Well, you get what I'm saying. So Tesla's pretty far ahead. They make great vehicles, and I don't think they're just the best battery electric vehicles on the road. I think the Model 3 is actually one of the best, sedans on the road. I've had a chance to drive a lot of them. I had a chance to use the software. I've had a chance to service them. In fact, I just had to schedule a service appointment on this one. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about this vehicle. There's a lot of misinformation about Teslas. I will try not to make this the video too long, but since these vehicles are so new and so different, I have a hard time not spending a long time in these videos. But I guess if you're really considering buying one, it should be useful information. So the Standard Range Plus is kind of like the entry-level version of the Model 3. 2019, it had a range, I think it was about 240, 250 miles. It's EPA range, but with battery electric vehicles, the range can vary by, how cold or hot it is outside, what type of driving you're doing. Are you driving on the highway? Are you driving aggressively? Are you driving more efficiently? All these factors can make a difference in how much range you get out of your battery electric vehicle. But the one advantage Tesla does have, and it is a very big advantage, is this amazing supercharger network, which really no one else has. And kind of Jay Leno was talking about it when Jay Leno was, first driving the Model S. He was talking to Elon, and Elon's like, "Yeah, we're gonna have a charging infrastructure on the highway, so you can pull and you can charge." And Jay Leno kind of thought, "Oh yeah, we'll see when that happens." But it's happened. Tesla has 30,000 superchargers all over the world. The bulk of them are in North America. So you have level 1 charging, level 2 charging, and level 3 charging. So level 1 charging is kind of like destination charging. Like you spend the night at the Hotel Murano, you can plug in your Tesla, it slow charges, and you have a full charge when you wake up the next morning. Then you have level 2 charging, which is a little bit faster. Then we have the supercharging, which is level 3. And you can use the navigation system to navigate to the GPS. You can use a navigation system to navigate you to the supercharger. And it's always good to use the GPS to navigate yourself to the supercharger, even though you know where it is, because what happens is even though if you know where the supercharger is, when you start navigating to it, even though you know where it is, it's going to start preconditioning the battery for fast charging. So Tesla's has very advanced thermal management systems for their batteries. They're either keeping the battery, they're heating up the battery or cooling down the battery to keep the battery at a happy temperature so it's the most efficient, and so it lasts a long time too. You don't want early battery degradation, so Tesla really puts a lot of software and thermal management into their batteries to have them last long and to be the most efficient. So when you precondition the battery for fast charging by navigating to a supercharger. It's going to put that battery to the optimum temperature so it will supercharge the most efficiently. And Supercharger is pretty amazing. Usually if it's pretty low on charge, you get a full charge in about 45 minutes. They place the Superchargers very close to populated areas, so excuse me, they seem to always be close to a mall, shopping center, Starbucks. Then we have premium connectivity. So it has an LTE cell phone transponder in it. They'll give you a 30-day trial when you put this on your corporate account or personal account, your Tesla account. And after that, it's $10 a month. And I can tell you, for $10 a month, the premium connectivity is well worth it because you can stream music. Tesla has a great streaming network for music. I don't know. So you can stream music. Then you can have Google Maps. Obviously, we have it like an illustrated map. But you hit this button right here, and with premium connectivity, you have Google satellite maps. And not only that, if you're supercharging or kind of sitting passing time, maybe you're waiting in the ferry dock line, you can play video games. And the really cool thing is, like this driving game, you can actually use the steering wheel and brake on the car and a gas pedal to drive the car in the game. Or you can watch Netflix, Hulu, YouTube. Really cool stuff. Like I said, that premium connectivity is a no-brainer. All right, let's talk about software. So this one has a full self-driving computer already installed. It has Autopilot. Autopilot is your adaptive cruise control, and it's your lane keep assist. So you have auto steer, which will keep you centered in your lane. It'll go around some corners and stuff like that. It's not going to take hairpin corners. And remember, when you're utilizing these systems, you have to pay attention all the time. It's not autonomous. It's driver's assistance. You got to pay attention and be ready to intervene. But it does a great job battling driver fatigue, especially if you drive in stop and go traffic. I can tell you the Autopilot is a godsend. And I can also tell you that most people that think they want full self-driving, I think they'd be more than happy with basic Autopilot. It's a level 2 semi-autonomous. But I can tell you, when I'm on the highway, and sometimes I can actually get the Autopilot to work on little 2-lane roads like that, though it is designed for use on highways. And I mind you, when you're using Autopilot, you need to be really, really vigilant. It's a very safe system. I think there's a lot of misinformation out there, but the people that do get in trouble with these systems, they're not using it properly. But man, when I am in stop and go traffic, I'm on the highway, I get really stressed out. But when I have the Autopilot on, I'm in like supervisor mode. The car is driving, it's following with the flow of traffic, and it's steering the vehicle inside its lane, it's following gentle bends. So I'm just sitting here in supervisor mode. I can calm down a little bit. The car's driving and I'm just paying attention, ready to intervene in case something happens. And I can tell you, it really does make a big difference. So the car's watching my back and I'm watching the car's back. Backup camera. And then for keys, you have like a credit card key, or you can set up your phone as a key. But recently Tesla did have server issues briefly, which people that were using their phones as a key, they were briefly locked out of their vehicles or couldn't drive them. So it's always good to keep that credit card key in your wallet as a backup in case that happens. Tesla's the king of over-the-air updates. It's always gaining new features, improvements to the Sentry mode, where you can view the live camera even if you're halfway around the world. You can, if your phone's connected to the internet, the car's connected to the internet, you can pull up, you can start the car, you can heat the car up. You can do so much stuff with the Tesla app. And with all these over-the-air updates, the car improves. A lot of, cars, the older they get, they become more obsolete. They get worse. But even though this car might physically get more miles on it, it might physically be getting older, 2 years from now, it might be a better car than it is today just because of all the over-the-air updates, and it's actually gaining features. This vehicle gains features over time, so in a lot of ways it becomes a better vehicle over time. It's already gained a lot of features since the Model 3 first came out in 2017, and I'm sure it will continue to gain those features. And Tesla, for the most part, they don't charge you extra money for these updates. They're free. The way Tesla designs their vehicles, the way they engineer these vehicles, they can implement these updates for a lot less. It costs them a lot less money to implement these updates and make these updates than a lot of other automotive companies. It's just the way Tesla is designed. Tesla wants to make the cost of change as cheap as possible because they want to add these improvements, and I think it's paid for them in dividends, where for a lot of other manufacturers, the cost of change can be very expensive. So that's why you see a lot of other auto manufacturers not really doing a lot of over-the-air updates, or waiting 2, 3, 4, 5 years for a vehicle to be redesigned when they do all these updates. Not the case of Tesla. So I can do software updates, I can unlock the vehicle, I can pop the hood, I can stop charging, I can control the rate of charging. You can do so much. And then service. You do all your service appointments through the Tesla app. I have a service appointment for this one because it had a chrome strip that fell off. So I can manage my appointment. I can message the service people assisting with my appointment. I can pay my bill all through the Tesla app. It is amazing, and it is very, very easy. Okay, I have a tendency to really go long in these videos, I'm sorry, but like I said, if you're really thinking about buying a Tesla, maybe this one or something similar, I think it's very useful information. Amazing vehicle as far as handling and performance. For the weight of the batteries low in the vehicle, this handles like a sports car. It gives a very low center of gravity. It also makes it very safe, because without very low center of gravity, these vehicles are some of the hardest vehicles to roll over in an accident on the road. Very, very low rollover risk in the Model 3. And also, since there's no transmission tunnel, there's no drive shafts, the interior is very spacious. The floor is completely flat, so that allows for a little bit more interior space. I love these big glass roof panels. It feels very nice, and these do an amazing job. I think it blocks out 98% of UV heat. And I can tell you, I've been in these cars in hot 90-degree days, and while the sun's beating down outside, you can't feel any hardly any sun heat coming into the vehicle. They also sandwich noise absorbing material into the glass to make the glass very quiet as well. Lots of storage, since it doesn't have a conventional powertrain and engine. That's that chrome strip I was talking about. Great performance, 0 to 60 in about 5.2 seconds. Top speed 140 miles an hour. So even though this is kind of like the entry-level Model 3, it's still very fast. It's faster than most other sedans on the road. And the thing with electric cars is you get instant thrust. You don't have to wait for the transmission to downshift. You don't need to wait for the engine to rev to the optimum RPM. As soon as you hit that throttle, you get instant throttle response, instant thrust. Amazing acceleration, especially roll-on acceleration, is unparalleled on electric cars to gas cars. And being able to modulate the throttle, how precise it is, how smooth it is unparalleled by gas cars. So Tesla has a lot to offer. Safety, you have an amazing crumple zone that's 60% larger than the crumple zone in a gas car, because there's no engine up there. So you have all this space here to absorb cross energy. You don't have to worry about the engine getting pushed into the passenger compartment in a bad frontal collision, because there's no engine. And you also gain a frunk. I can go on and on about these cars, but we're getting close to 14 minutes, so it's time to cut this video short. Thanks so much for watching. If you're in the market for a battery electric vehicle, I think this is one of the best in the market. Not just the best electric vehicle on the market, but one of the best sedans in the market, period. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon, and have a wonderful day.